Why does the Pope officially change his name when he becomes Pope? Cardinal Robert Prevost has become Pope Leo XIV, but what causes this change? In the early years of the Church, there was no difference between the Pope's papal name and their given name. This was the case for the most prominent figures of the early Church, including St. Peter, the first Pope, or Leo the Great, the Pope who confronted Attila the Hun. The first change came in the 6th century when a man named Mercurius became Pope. He was named after the Roman god Mercury, and he considered this name to be a pagan one, and thus unacceptable when he became Pope. And thus, he changed his name to John II, naming himself after the first Pope John, who was martyred. Although other popes after him did keep their name, by the 10th century it had become a common practice to change it. And it's almost 500 years ago before we find the last pope who didn't change their name, one of the shortest reigning ones, Marcellus II in 1555. Popes select their name often to honour previous popes and to set out a vision of what their papacy will be. So the late Pope Francis named himself after St. Francis of Assisi, inspired by his love of the poor and of peace. Whereas the 20th century's longest-serving Pope, John Paul II, wanted to emphasise continuity and named himself after the previous Pope, John Paul I, who had died after less than 3 months in office. And so we have the 14th Pope named Leo, who will join the company of 16 Benedicts, 16 Gregories and 21 Johns.